Many Canadians are busy, and it can be hard to find the time to clean the house, especially when it comes to vacuuming. As technology advances, robot vacuums are becoming more popular and less expensive than when they first debuted on the Canadian market. Now, you can simply leave for work or school during the day and know that your home will be fully vacuumed when you return without the need to push heavy appliances around the house. Robot vacuums are made by many different companies, and there are more styles and models than ever before. It can be overwhelming trying to decide which choice is the best for your family and home. Our team of experts evaluated many different robot vacuums and compared features like runtime, smart device connectivity and suction power to find the options that stood out amongst others. We narrowed it down and have a solid list of recommendations for the best robot vacuums in Canada for 2024 in this video. Number 1. Best Roomba for pet hair in Canada, iRobot Roomba 694 Robot Vacuum. The Roomba 694 is iRobot's least expensive robot vacuum, and an excellent budget-friendly floor cleaner with pet hair that supports app and voice control and lets you schedule cleaning runs. Unlike other bump and clean vacuums such as the Eufy RoboVac 11s, which will wander around until the battery is low, you're able to tell the Roomba 694 to clean for a set amount of time before heading home. Via the app, your options are 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or none. I found that a 15-minute cleaning was enough time for the robot to do a quick pass in my dining room, where the dock is located, and a small section of my kitchen. This vacuum is also smart enough that if you start it off of its dock, it'll still return to the dock when cleaning is complete. I started another 15-minute cleaning with the Roomba placed out of view of its dock, and was pleasantly surprised when the bot found it at the end of the cleaning session. Just like the Roomba 675, the iRobot Roomba 694 has automatic dirt detection, meaning it'll increase suction when it detects a greater amount of debris on the floor. This was observed in our testing as I could hear the bot increase suction and watch it spin around a spot of kitty litter with extra vigor. In our lab tests, the Roomba 694 earned an overall average score of 90.85. It's on a par with the Roomba i3, which uses all rubber brush rolls, and slightly higher than the Roomba 675. Its overall score was just a hair below the Neato D4, which offers mapping capabilities. The Roomba 694 was particularly impressive in our hardwood lab tests, where it earned an overall average score of 95.2. In our Cheerios pickup test, the vacuum picked up 97.6% of the cereal. Though we noticed it crushed several pieces under its wheels, the robot cleaned up after itself. When cleaning up kitty litter, the Roomba 694 registered a 93.6% pickup rate, nearly the same as the Roomba 675, but not quite as good as the Roborock S4 Max or the Roomba i3. Though the Roomba 694 picked up 94.5% of the dog hair scattered in our test area, a fair amount of the hair was wrapped around the side brush and the edges of the two main brush rolls. Number 2. Best Robot Vacuum and Mop in Canada, Ecovacs Debit T20 Omni Robot Vacuum and Mop. While the Ecovacs Debit T20 Omni is not unique in the fact that it both vacuums and mops, it's a bit rarer in that it does both well. I've seen robot vacuums that have added mopping as a bit of an afterthought, and so end up leaving streaks and uneven results. That's not the case here, as the Ecovacs easily vacuums up dirt, debris, and lots of pet hair and does in an orderly pattern so it gets every inch. Since the mopping pads apply downward pressure and spin, they actually scrub the floors. I ran it once after a dog had stepped in some poop and tracked it through the foyer. While major remnants had been cleaned up, the floor was still far from clean. After a pass from the Ecovacs Debit T20 Omni, there was no sign of any mess. While this robot vacuum does a good job of vacuuming and mopping, it does have the issue that all robot vacuums seem to have to a certain degree: it doesn't do so well getting edges and corners. In fact, there's a mode to improve that in the app, but the Ecovacs Debit T20 Omni will only do it once every 7 days and only in auto or housekeeping mode. When it comes to object avoidance, the execution is a little above average. It can avoid larger obstacles and doesn't get stuck on any venting, but still gets tangled on cables and cords. While that's worth noting, it's also an issue that robot vacuums inherently have, just like the mediocre edge cleaning. Back on the positive side, the hot water mop pad washing is a nice addition. It does mean that cleaning 4 rooms takes a couple hours to do, as the robot vacuum regularly returns to the charging station to not only replenish on clean water, but to clean the pads properly. Having emptied the dirty water tank multiple times since I've started testing it, I can say that whatever is being washed out of the pads makes me wonder how clean the floors are when using other mopping robot vacuums that don't have their mopping pads regularly washed. Here, the base station does it for you. The only downside to it is that you have to empty the dirty water tank every few uses as it fills rather quickly. Number 3. Best self-emptying robot vacuum in Canada, Dream L20 Ultra Robot Vacuum and Mop. This Dream vacuum might have the best objective avoidance and anti-tangle technologies I've seen. I only had to remove the robot vac from a cord and a newspaper pullout that fell on the floor. This was definitely impressive considering other models I've reviewed typically got stuck in rugs and power cords more frequently, making it less hands-free. When it comes to hair, the Dream L20 Ultra has seriously strong suction power and successfully handled my dog's fine pet fur. For my own hair, I set the robot vac to max vacuum suction and deep mopping since it was working on bathroom tiles. But standard vacuum and mop levels is usually fine for daily upkeep. This small bathroom took 9 minutes to deep clean, which isn't bad. Mats were kind of hit or miss, and would sometimes move the mat around as it vacuumed, but surprisingly never got stuck. But if you have any very lightweight mats, make sure to store them somewhere else. These typically get tangled with any robot vacuum. When it came to debris, the Dream L20 Ultra picks up crumbs and small pieces really well, and picks up most of the larger bits. On the plus side, it doesn't blow air and spread the mess. DreamBot packs some innovative features into the L20 Ultra, and improves the vacuuming and mopping robot in its core disciplines. Compared to other models, the L20 Ultra actually cleans more thoroughly, especially on carpets with pet hair. Number 4. Best robot vacuum for carpet in Canada, Roborock Crevo Robot Vacuum and Mop. The Roborock Q Revo mops and vacuums at the same time, in a grid pattern so nary a spot is missed, and has a hands-off self-cleaning system that auto-empties plus washes and dries mop pads. The Roborock Q Revo provides top-notch vacuuming performance on tile, hardwood floors, laminate floors, carpets, and rugs. It could pick up everything from hair to Cheerios and even coffee grounds in one pass, regardless of floor type. While it picked up most of the flour I placed on the hardwood floor, the material is too fine for the vacuum to pick up completely without the assistance of the mopping pads. There are 2 carpet cleaning settings, boost or deep cleaning. I have set my Q Revo on carpet boost, which prompts the vacuum to increase the suction when carpets or rugs are detected automatically. The vacuum can suction up to 5,500 pascals. It's not the highest suction capability for wet-dry vacuums, but it's definitely in the top percentile. This vacuum's pet hair cleaning performance is subpar. While it clears away most of it on bare floors, a large amount of pet hair can get stuck in its roller head instead of being sucked into its dustbin, as seen here. It also has a very hard time sucking it up on low and high pile carpeting. The Roborock S8, with its twin roller cleaning head, does a much better job of dealing with pet hair. Number 5. Best Shark Robot Vacuum in Canada, Shark IQ Robot Vacuum with Self-Empty Base. The Shark IQ robot is a satisfactory option for cleaning bare floors. It does a fantastic job of sucking up pet hair, as well as small debris like rice. However, it can have a hard time clearing bulky material like cereal as its dirt compartment fills. The IQ Robot XL moves quickly and efficiently, cleaning in straight lines instead of haphazardly ping-ponging from wall to wall like some cheaper robot vacuums. On its first test run, the IQ Robot XL cleaned for 88 minutes in normal mode before successfully returning to its docking station to empty its dustbin and recharge. When setting up the robot, I opted to enable the evacuate and resume feature, so 30 minutes into its first test run, the IQ Robot XL navigated back to its base station, emptied its bin, then resumed cleaning right away. On its second test run, the robot cleaned for 97 minutes in normal mode, beating the Roomba i3 Plus, which lasted 90 minutes in testing, but falling far short of the Deebit Osmo T8 AIVI, which cleaned for 170 minutes, the longest of any robot vacuum we've tested. Close to 100 minutes is a decent battery life result, but we've tested a number of models that cross the 100-minute mark. In testing, the Robot XL always successfully maneuvered around furniture and traversed area rugs, carpeting, and hard flooring with ease. On its first 2 runs, it never once got stuck, even on places that have tripped up other robot vacuums in the past, such as the cords under my bedroom dresser. After each test run, my floors looked noticeably cleaner. I have a pit bull who sheds, and the IQ Robot XL did an excellent job of collecting his fur from my floors.